Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Thursday, January the 5th, the year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading ADP with Walmal. Walmal, you already got in and out of a trade real quick.
Yeah, I did. I went into what I had was a setup with my normal setup right before ADP came out, which we know is always a big mover. And I had a flip-flop box. It was a nice little setup, and so I went short, and probably not the smartest of moves to do it right before ADP because ADP can, like I said already, be a big mover. But to me, it looked like it was going to at least get back down to the 2,000 to the $1.20 mark,
Right.
on this chart. So to me, it seemed like a safe bet. I put my TP pretty close and, picked up, I don't know how many pips, but probably about 5-6 pips or something like that on it. So I can't complain, but that was an easy trade. I would not. This is not a novice trade, that's for sure. But at the same time, it's once you're able to read the charts and see that, I think it can be something that can make you a lot of money. And it's funny, I said it's not a novice trade, but if you remember, Tiro, back in the day, back in the 2007, 8, 9 era, everybody had a system that they were selling you on how to do a breakout of ADP and NFP and and all these things, and I hate to say it, but so many people went broke because it's not an easy trade to set up and do, and yet they were selling like foolproof. Look at the charts,
Yeah, I know. It was pretty funny. That's for sure.
But because the thing is, the thing about it is that the most important thing about taking a trade like that is managing your risk.
Right.
In other words, putting on a trade that you can manage if it all of a sudden goes and spikes 30 or 40 pips against you. If you're putting on your maximum load and with your maximum load, you're only allowed to have 10 pips. Shoot, you've gone 4 times what you're willing to lose.
Right. And right now, looking at this, I'm looking at M30. It's 19 pips away from the indicator 2, now 20. And it seems like it's pushing down. So just going to wait, let this candle close, and then see if we can get something. Because when it gets above 18 is when I start looking to reverse. So
yeah, well, that's actually a good question I have for you, sir. And I think other folks that are out there watching and listening to this video may have the same question. But what is your right after news? We've talked about what I do right after news, but what do you do right after news?
When you say right after news, what do you mean?
In other words, like this period of time that we're sitting in right now.
Oh, if I'm not in a trade, I just kind of wait. And wait, and then just look at the indicator. So we actually got 22 pips below that EMA 5, which is what I call indicator 2, now 23, and it's really a sit on the hands type of thing, because if we look here, we've got an H1 range of 33. It's funny, and then here M30 we've got almost 33 pips, and it's just kind of sit, wait. And if you notice, the Walmal lines were good here on the not NFP but ADP. NFP's tomorrow, so another fun day. And so normally in the olden days I would get caught on this candle. I get but I've learned basically to wait on an indicator to let me know it's okay to reverse, because we're definitely in the rat zone, that's for sure, but it's still extending the rat zone. In fact, where is that? Right here. You can see it right here. It's been moving the rat zone down as I speak. So 75, the next stop would be 60, then 40, and then 25. And just kind of knowing these numbers.
Yeah, and I think that's I love that concept that you have in terms of just knowing those numbers. And it's kind of like with me when I do Walmal trades, I do the same thing. But there are just certain numbers that you know that people park stops at, they park to take profits at, and because of that, we have reactions at those levels.
Right.
And then, so you can go and make some safe bets around there.
Yeah, so you can see here on this chart, I've got all these different training wheel type indicators that I've written that just, tell me what to do or sometimes tell me what not to do. So right now, I'm definitely in the green rat zone, and I'm so itching to reverse. Now some people might say, well, why aren't you short? You could have been short. I go, well, yeah, that's true, but that wasn't really what I was looking for. And that's the difference. We've talked about that, looking for, looking at. And a lot of times I'm looking for because I'm waiting. If you think about that cheetah, he's out there waiting on that, and he's looking for that slow, wounded young gazelle. And so that's kind of what I'm sitting here waiting for. So now, and since this was news, and I didn't really have an idea which way price was going to go, if anything, I would have thought that the ADP numbers would be bad, and price would go up. But right before it happened, you see how it went up, and usually if they move price up, then they're going to move it down because they're just clearing out stops and just taking advantage here. So we've already gone through 75, so now we're going down to 60, and I'm just going to wait and watch here because we've got indicator 2's magenta, the price action high-low indicator saying short. So just going to wait it out. We've got a range right now of 48 pips in the 86th percentile. So there's a chance that this thing could bounce sometime soon here. But the other thing is what I've noticed, and I think I've told a few traders this, if you're trading a rat zone or almost any reversal and you're finding out that you're having a hard time, well then if you start on M5, move up to M15. And then if you can't do that, then move up to M30. And if that's not working, move up to H1. If that's not working, then move up to H4. Reason being is, sooner or later, you're going to see a wick and then a candle color change outside of that rat zone or inside the rat zone, and you'll be able to make your move. See, right now we're 14 pips off that rat zone. So we may have had a change. And at 65, I didn't show how far away from the EMA, but we must have been a good and in fact it's already changed here on M1. So there was definitely an opportunity to
on M30 we were almost 40 pips away from the indicator 5 at the bottom of the chart.
I wish you would have yelled that out. I would have gone wrong. So right here, I'll just put a long trade on just for the heck of it right there. And of course, Mr. Inflection Point, it goes against me. But that's okay. Well, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know which direction this is going to go. We got to remember also, we have unemployment claims that's going to come out in about 5 minutes. So it probably ran down here, and now it's probably, I hate to say it, but it's probably going to, if you're a fundamental news trader, you're going to say, well, it's probably going to sit here and consolidate a little bit before that next set of numbers comes out in a few minutes. But, the thing is, the trade was exactly what you said. The trade was all the way down there when M30 was, 40 pips away from indicator 2 or the EMA 5, whichever way you want to go and call it. That's when the trade really was. And, the nice thing is if you trade like me with a flip-flop box, you had a flip-flop box and you would have given up, you had to get in on that trade. You would have given up, 7, 8 pips to get in on a true flip-flop box, but you didn't give up 7, 8 pips. You could have gotten out with 10 pips.
Yeah, well, actually, my flip-flop box was at 71.
Okay. My flip-flop box was, we kind of do it a little bit differently, but my flip-flop was at 70, so I was a little bit lower than you. But,
different
also two
brokers
different
too.
brokers.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, the reality is that, that's the important part. I love what you said about the whole idea of sitting on your hands and waiting,
Right.
And just waiting for it. And then waiting, and then don't just take a trade.
Like
Take
what
the
I
trade.
did.
Yeah, exactly. I hate to say it, but you airballed it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't,
Well, I was
but when
late because I had a signal on the candle, so I actually should have been in somewhere around 80, and I could have gotten out at 83, 84. But that's okay.
exactly.
But that's okay, because here we
Yeah,
go again.
this will probably come back, because it's doing it, like I said, it's going to do that consolidation. It's probably going to consolidate for the next couple of minutes anyway, probably from about 65 up to about, 85. It's just going to range here until that number comes out, and then who knows what will happen at that point, but, but that's trading. And the thing is, do you have stops in place? Do you have things to protect yourself so that you don't wipe your account out? That's all that matters.
Right.
And I say that every day, but all that matters is that you don't wipe your account out. That's the most important thing, because if you don't do that, that means even if you have a bad day, you can come back tomorrow and play again.
Though, the thing about wiping accounts out, it's one of those things that's funny. There was some guy out there in YouTube land, and he was taking these $100 accounts, and he was basically wiping them out because he was, over leveraged and everything. But finally, he hit one, and I forget,
Right.
tens of thousands of dollars. And it's like then,
Excellent.
and then it's almost like, okay, now I can take half of that, put that off to the side, and then, continue the rage.
Right. Well, that's sort of like, it's like going out there. He's buying $100 lottery tickets.
Exactly.
So somebody's got to win the lottery. The thing is, and if you got a good solid method, and you got a method, especially if you got a method that's got a high win rate, then the reality is that, you got a much better chance of actually getting. Now, if you have a win rate, let's say you win 55, lose 45, and you can still make a lot of money in that. So folks don't get upset with those numbers. But, if you got a method that wins, let's say 85% of the time, and loses 15% of the time, then maybe the lottery method's the way to go.
Yeah. So right now, I'm just waiting for another long signal so I can average in and get out of this mess.
Yeah, we got another minute and a half before that news comes out.
We got
one way. You're going to find out what you're going to do in a minute and a half. One way or the other, you're going to figure out what you're going to do.
We got news. I thought news was at top of the hour.
We got news at 8:30. We got unemployment claims at 8:30.
Oh, okay. Well, that can't be good for U.S. Okay, so right now, I just got a long signal, but I like to let the candle close, and we're almost at the bottom of the hour, and I like to see the bottom of the hour. And as you can see here, it just flipped, so that's why you want to let that candle close. So
yeah, we only got that minute left
even in this case,
video,
yeah. So that last long signal here. Once again, had I gotten in at the open, I should have been able to at least take 1 or 2 pips off of that trade. But, wow, the fastest 15 minutes in trading's almost over. So we'll see what happens when this news comes out.
Yep, we got another, basically 20 seconds before news plops.
Yeah, here
plops
we go.
Or flops. We'll see. And like I said, in 20 seconds from now, you're going to know what you're going to do one way or the other.
oh, see, now they're taking it down. So we went down to the 60. And where are we from the EMA? We are 28 pips away, 27.
Yeah, on my charts, I'm 30 pips away.
Now I am too, yeah. But anyway, fellow traders, I hope you figured out something here about ADP and how to trade these news trades. So remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.